Okay, it is rear shock install time on my E46 330i ZHP rear shocks. Just wanted to give you guys a little tips on what to expect when you replace the rear shocks. The cool thing about it is these are actually pretty easy to do. The main difficulty is going to be getting access to the top of the shock here. So if you see right here, this stuff right here, actually just right here, and kind of comes down over here. That's sound deadening insulation. So when you take yours off, if your car hasn't had the shocks replaced yet, this insulation is going to go over the top of the top of the shock, so you won't have access to the two 13mm nuts. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to cut this out. Now most people don't they don't really take too much care when they cut this out, particularly if you take it to a shop. I had it where on my E36 M3, the guy literally just ripped this off. He ripped all this sound deadening out, which I was kind of upset about. But I like to take some extra time and properly do it. So I need to still finish it up, but you can see the top is cut off here. So that's going to be the major difficulty of this job. Taking off the side panels, they're actually pretty simple. There's going to be on each side, there's going to be two of these push pins. There's two push pins, and then there's going to be the tray that is down here, the storage tray. That's going to hold in the panel, as well as part of the panel will go in the top part of the trunk, and it'll actually go behind the rear tail light. It'll kind of be pushed up in the back there. So I have this tool here. I have this thing to get the push pins out. You can technically use a screwdriver, but just please be careful. There's no reason to wreck these. I've seen so many people, they manhandle them and ruin them. So what I did is here is you can see this is a good tool. But when it comes to taking these panels out, I just suggest taking your time. Don't like pull hard and everything. The main thing that you're going to want to do is once you get the two push pins out, and you'll see here's one area where the push pin goes in, but you'll obviously want to take those out. And then the next step is you'll want to take this tray out. It'll take a little finagling to get it out. Just like I said, that's the point where you want to be easy with it. So you'll actually pull this thing out. You're gonna have to kind of swing it up to get it out from underneath the interior panel. And then when you're once you get that out, then pulling it out from up here and behind the tail light is the difficult part. And like I said, just take a little extra time, and that way you don't deform the panels and things like that. And then on this passenger side, I took out the brace, the mounting brace here that goes here, and then obviously you're gonna have to take this out. Same thing as the storage unit. You're gonna want to just you're gonna want to pull it out, like kind of bring it up this way, but just be careful because you can break it. But when you're pulling the battery tray cover, just you're gonna want to kind of pull it up and get this piece out from behind it. And then once you get this out, there's going to be two for that cover. There's going to be two securing plastic. They're going to be flathead screwdrivers. You're just going to have to turn them a quarter turn. There's going to be one here, one there, and one here. And then once you get those out, now the trickiest thing on this passenger side is the manual gas cover release. So this green thing here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to kind of pull this out as well. And when you pull it out, it's going to be attached. You can see there's right here. It's attached. It attaches to that. Here's what it looks like. All you have to do is take. You see how it's got like that cutout, and it's actually got a little bit of this groove here. It's kind of like a circle. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to get a flathead screwdriver and just easily, you know, very cautiously pop this off, and once it pops off, then this will pop off, and then you can take the whole thing out. But those are the only that's the only trickiest part of this. So when it comes to the shock, there's two 13mm nuts up here, and then there's an 18mm bolt that goes right here. So that bolt comes out, and that's it. It drops right out. So you might need someone or something you want to put down here when you're going to take it out. I took the two top nuts off the top here at first, and then so I took these two top off. So the shock is actually down a little bit, and then I'm going to take the 18mm bolt out, and then I'm going to assemble my replacement shock. So I'll be right back to show you how I do that. Okay, so here are the two shocks. Now I actually already had the stock one off before. Had to reinstall it, long story, but so that's why it's missing the dust cover. That's actually the dust cover over here, and you see this black. If you look at my other video, I'll show you what I did. This is actually normally white. I plasti dipped that one, so that's something I made a video on, just kind of some little OCD tricks and tips. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to take these two off. So mainly what you're gonna want is more often than not, you won't need to buy a new dust cover. These are pretty cheap. I think I bought mine for like $3. I think these are pretty cheap. But you will want to get a new bump stop, and you'll want to get a new shock mount, the top hat. And so what you're going to do is, the main thing that you're going to take over from the old one is the dust cover, this mounting washer, and then this top washer right here, and the rest of it you're going to use the new one. So also just so this one comes with a little soft mounting pad that goes. It's basically supposed to help with not scraping into the metal so that it rusts. So when you're gonna take this one off, the stock one, it's a little different from the this one's a Coney. This is a Coney Street, which it's a little bit of an upgrade to OEM. So this actually has a lifetime warranty on it, so it's gonna last a lot longer than these stock ones. But these are definitely a nice upgrade for someone who's looking for a little bit, like maybe like 10%, a little bit stiffer ride, and they give you a little bit more performance. So I actually just bought these just to use. Actually, funny stories. I'm gonna make a video of it. I'm gonna have it on the track. I wanted to see what my ZHP in the hands of a good driver, someone who knows E46s well. I'm gonna actually have them take my car out and on the track, and I'm trying to put it back as close to stock as possible, so that, or it is stock. I'm trying to keep any upgrades that I do. I want to keep it stock so that I can kind of see what the car does on as far as time at the track. So that's why I went with these. I'm actually in the future I'm going to actually go with a completely different setup, but for now I'm going to go with these just to see what the car was like when it was new. Like I said, it's going to be maybe a little bit stiffer, but for the most part it should be pretty close to what it was stock. But okay, well, with that said, to remove the nuts at the top here, they're actually a little bit different. So on the stock E46, you're going to need a 16mm wrench, and you'll also need, for the top to hold it so it doesn't spin, you're going to need a 6mm. You'll need a 6mm open wrench, so that you're going to put that on the top here, and then you'll actually obviously put it like this, and then put this on there so that you can hold it, and then you'll open it up. Now when it comes to the Coney, it actually has a 17mm nut on the top, and this is a 5mm Allen wrench. So just be mindful of that, that they are different. So once I'm going to take the shock apart, and I'll be back and show you which parts you're going to swap over. Okay, so I got the stock shock apart. So technically, this is what you would see on this side. These are the parts that would be from the original shock: the dust cover, the bump stop, this lower washer, this the strut top hat, and then this washer here, the top mounting washer, and then the nut on the top. And then when you have your new shock, you can, like I said, you can buy another one of these dust covers. Sometimes they're cracked, you know. As I said, they can be as cheap as $3. And then you're going to buy the bump stop. That's definitely one thing. So this bump stop actually slips into this, you see this center groove here. You have to push it in. I actually went at an angle and pushed it in. I actually put a little bit of olive oil on the end of it, but it's supposed to slip into this middle ridge so that it holds it in place. But so with that said, this is what your new setup is going to look like. You're going to have these parts here, and then what you're going to swap over is you're going to swap this, bring this over, and then bring that over. So you have those parts. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to slip this this dust cover over. A little difficult with just one hand. Okay, there it goes. So slip that on there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take this washer, you're going to put it where it's kind of like cupped. The cup is facing down, so you'll put that down there. And then what you'll do is you'll put this shock hat on the top here, and then you're going to take this washer here with the cup facing up, put it on the top here. So that fits down in there, and then we'll put the nut on the top here, and so you put that like that. So we'll tighten that up. So then, like I said, you see the Allen, there's a Allen key hole there at the top, and then also what you want to make sure you put on is this little insulation pad on the top of the shock hat. It's pretty flimsy, but it, like I said, it'll protect the metal on the car so it doesn't, you know, wear the paint away so that it starts rusting. And then all you have to do is just tighten this up, and then install it. I normally, when I install it, I install the bottom first. I install that, and then I jack up the rear trailing arm so that then I can slip this in the top. But honestly, it doesn't matter, whatever way you want to do. Actually, you know what, I might try to do it the opposite way. I'm gonna mount it at the top like this, and then secure the bottom 18mm bolt last. But so this is kind of what it should look like once it's done. As I said, it's a pretty simple job, but at least you guys now have an idea of what to expect. Okay, hope this helps at least one person.